Thanks for the wonderful events for this last week of classes, Heather. Hi, I'm Sha'Air Hawkins, and this is Open Session, the time in the show where we conduct one-on-one interviews with the members of Mason Nation. We have a great show tonight, a special show, because we have the famous Doc Michael Nix and great musical arranger of the Green Machine, Jeremy Freer. Hey, how are you guys doing today? I'm so glad to have you on the show. Y'all having fun already?
Yeah.
Sure.
We're already having some laughs back here.
Well,
while they were
that's just how we do normal. Wake up in the morning laughing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, they always have me laughing. So let's go ahead and start with this interview. So tell me a little bit about yourselves and what do you do for the Green Machine?
I guess I'll start. They hired me to make a pep band. There was already a pep band, but they've hired me to just take it to the next level, bring some professional leadership to it. It was a student-run organization before, and after the run to the Final Four, it was just time to continue to look for ways to make the university grow, and that was a place that got some attention. So they posted the job, and I applied and got the gig, and then was trying to figure out what I was going to do. And Jeremy and I had worked on different projects together, some of our own small musical acts, but also we had worked with some local schools together before. And yeah, basically just decided he was going to help. So first came around, was doing a lot of volunteer work, and then came to Mason to do a degree, and then we were able to make a full-time position for him and just continue to work. And so I guess you can look at me as, what do? I do a lot of imagining of what we're going to do, and then hopefully everyone else feels like doing whatever crazy thing I dream up, and then I put on some kind of colorful suit and jump around.
Putting those crazy dreams into action.
Something like that.
Yeah, what he said.
You don't have anything to add?
No, I arrange a lot of the repertoire for the Green Machine, and take care of a lot of administrative tasks. My position is administrative faculty, so even though I teach 2 classes, I also spend a lot of time working on the band behind the scenes.
That's great. So how long have y'all been with the Green Machine?
This is year 6 we're finishing.
Oh, wow. How's it feel?
Yeah, it's been pushing a lot, you know. It's crazy because, you know, sometimes it feels like we're taking baby steps all the time. Sometimes it feels like it's so difficult to move on to the next thing, achieve the next thing. But, you know, when I calm down and, you know, kind of get a hold of myself a little bit and really start thinking about it, we've been able to do everything we try to do, you know, and not everything happens fast. Not everything happens exactly when we want it or how we want it. But we've been able to do some really special things. Crazy trips all around, you know, following the team to Cleveland and Denver, and Disney World and Charleston and Puerto Rico. And
people want to join the team.
well, you know, Virgin Islands coming up. Pay attention. And then, yeah, for
Glad
real.
I'm a Green Machiner. Hopefully I stay on long enough.
You know? So those have been real successful. And then with an eye towards, you know, one day this basketball pep band becoming a full-fledged marching band, started thinking about how am I going to build that up so that when it hits, it's ready to go and strong. So the idea was, you know, think about the different components of the band. We got the basketball band, which is a lot of wind players. And then, in my opinion, you make a good marching band by having a good drum line. So we started the Main Green in 2008. And that's become a really strong community activity. There's Mason students involved, but there's also local high school student participation. There's people that go to different universities around the region. And they all join up and compete with this drum line. And it's amazing what happened. You know, we went to the Winter Guard International World Championships, and the first time we went, we got 7th place, which was pretty ridiculous. And then we went back the next year and got 5th place, and then we went back the next year and got 4th place. And wouldn't you know it, they went back this year and won the whole thing.
Are you serious?
You know, year 4, which is just a real tip of the hat to all the wonderful instruction that's going on there, and the really amazing participants who just put so much of themselves into it and are able to do things that just makes you so proud to have a program where people are working that hard and achieving that much. So that's like I said, a ridiculous success that has taken a lot of work, and we got more work to do. Still dealing with challenges of making sure they have a place to rehearse every weekend, making sure they're able to get themselves to point A to point B, all that kind of stuff. And then parallel to that, there was a student group, it was a competitive color guard called Inflection, they were called, GMU Inflection. And so they were doing their thing on their own, and then I wanted that to be part of the band as well. So we partnered up, changed the name to Declaration, and they've been competing. We took a year off, but it's been building up strong ever since. But they've been doing a lot of great things over the years, and they made finals of the Atlantic Indoor Association for the first time this year, which we're real proud of. Wow. And so that's just moving in all the right directions. So, trying to make it, you know what I'm saying, and in a lot of different aspects. And so, besides all the performing groups, just seeing all the great work that the students put in, making sure the uniforms are right, the instruments are right, communicating with each other, getting us to all the folks, getting the news out and what's going on, and it's becoming a really amazing organization.
Wonderful. So you actually you all played at the Mason 40th Anniversary Gala. How was that event? I mean, I was there, but I still have to ask, from your perspective, you all's perspective.
It was a fantastic and completely professional, well put together event. Really wonderful collaboration between a bunch of groups, and a really beautiful and heartfelt tribute to the Mertens and Mason. I thought it was pretty cool.
That's great. Yep. Yeah, it actually had a really nice setup in the Patriot Center.
For sure. The look of the event was top notch, and especially thinking about this is where we go and throw confetti when there's dunks, and Dr. Merton's going to shoot the scoreboard, and all the things that go on at these games, and then you walk in on that night, and the whole floor is carpeted, and there's tables with gold chairs around them, and they have these beautiful lights, and there's a symphony orchestra, and if that's not enough, the whole Green Machine's behind that, and jazz band on the other end of the floor, and then a choir shows up out of nowhere, and a lot of great representation of the school music. But the community that came out, I mean, the folks that are at that dinner are the people that really make sure we have everything we can get, everything that has been built, buildings have been built, and all sorts of programs put in place, and the people who were sitting in those chairs are the ones that made sure we had what we needed. And people that have cared about Mason for a very long time, and you could just tell by the way they're talking about it. They were getting very emotional, very, very touching stories, and oh boy, it was so amazing that the forensics team got up, and it was wonderful. They did one of President Johnson's speeches, split up between 3 members, and then another 3 got up and did one of President Merton's speeches, and it was just a real interesting thing. I hadn't seen anything like that before, but it made the whole experience feel very connected. You got a student up there, a current student up there, reading Dr. Merton's words, and as I'm listening, I feel like he's speaking to me. I feel like President Johnson's speaking to me, and then it's not even them speaking; it's the students speaking, and it just really captured the connectivity of the community, And then the fact that we got to perform on that, the fact that the Green Machine was thought of as, this is we want to represent this university, and it's very fitting that you have a big band playing some swing music. It's very fitting that you have a symphony orchestra playing those beautiful waltzes, and it's just because it was a black tie affair. But the fact that they wanted to make sure that we were there, dancing around and just bringing all that energy that we always do, it was a really good feeling to be part of that.
That's great, and it actually was. It actually was. So right before we go, what are some words of wisdom that you have for the graduating class 2012?
Doc said, run!
Yeah.
Run!
What for your life? Listen, the university is going to become world-class, not only because we attract the best students and put together the best programs. It's not going to be just because we have faculty that have won prizes or all these things. It's like, when you show up in Fairfax, and you found ways to stay connected. You come up when I roll in on a game day and see a healthy tailgate, not just at homecoming, but every basketball game becomes that. And, and we find ways to connect, stay involved, find your groups that, got you where you're going, make sure you can donate even $5 or something. Donate your time, help them stay organized, help make sure that the current students feel like they have a community that supports them, and make the connections that when you're out there, like that first 6 months is going to be crazy because you went from a very structured situation to your mom's couch, and you're going to be there for a while, maybe, and it's possible. Or maybe you have your opportunities already lined up, but if you could find ways that you can, when we make these big, strong communities, if you find yourself laying on the couch for 6 months, you can rely on that community to help you find your way to the next thing. And if you're out there doing something strong, you need to be able to come back and tell that story and make sure that people understand that this leads somewhere. This is not like we have a great time when we're here, and we should be exploring every useless thing possible because that's exactly what college is for, and connected to what's going on after you graduate. So it's like if you're out there and you found your opportunities, sometimes people just don't even know because it just didn't occur to them that they could do this or this or that. So if you're out there and you're accomplishing that, you got to learn how to come back and tell that story to people so that it's just and every time somebody else is successful, that just makes the whole community stronger and stronger and stronger. So just really making keeping those connections and telling stories and finding ways to make sure that you become a bridge for the next person coming along. That's what you should do after graduation. Yeah,
I would say take all these facts that you've been taking time to memorize for now. You've been in school probably almost,
long time.
16, 20 years. Hopefully not 20. But take those facts and start doing something with them, creating, thinking, and becoming agents of positivity, just out in the community and in the world. That'd be a good thing to do.
Well, those are some great parting words. Did y'all hear that, class of 2012? But thank you so much for coming in. We really enjoyed you, and it was just really great having you on.
Our pleasure.
Come by.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I wanted to do that, sorry.
And that's okay.
Okay. I think that's what it's there for.